Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to do the single leg deadlift. Now the single leg deadlift is one of my favorite lower body exercises, and it's also a really good variation because it's much safer than the regular deadlift as you don't need as much weight. This is especially important right now because a lot of people don't have access to a lot of weights and they want to hit their lower body the same way as they're using the deadlift in the gym. Now, this is also one of the hardest exercises I find when it comes to coaching people, but over the years I found that these two exercises that I'm going to show you today make it a lot easier. So first of all, this is what the single leg deadlift looks like. So it's single leg pattern, and then you're driving one leg back, coming all the way down, and standing up again. If you have weights, you want to keep your weights close to your legs and coming back up. So I love this exercise because it's really good for balance, for stability, and it builds up the posterior chain, which is often neglected for a lot of clients. But hinging patterns tend to be the patterns that people find very, very challenging. The reason behind this is we spend most of our lives picking stuff up off the ground with our lower back, and we rarely learn how to use our hips correctly. So an example of that is you drop something on the ground and you pick it up with your lower back. Whereas when you start hinging, you can push your hips back more to pick it up. And this is just a pattern, unless you've been taught how to do it correctly, it can be very challenging for people to actually use the hips correctly. So the two exercises I'm going to show you to understand how to do the single leg deadlift a lot easier is going to be a bodyweight hinge and a bird dog. So the first exercise is a bodyweight hinge. You're going to use this is just the end of a broom handle or a bit of dowel, and you can pick that up in Bunnings or somewhere like that. And very simple, you're going to get 3 points of contact. So lower back, upper back, and the back of the head. And from there, I'm going to bend my knees and push my hips to the wall behind me, trying to get my torso roughly parallel with the ground. Now, a lot of people who have tight hamstrings will find this difficult. So if you find you start getting restricted around here, simply bend your knees more and push your butt back more, and that's going to allow you to get the range. So that's the first exercise. You practice this for about 3 sets of 10 is going to be a good rep range for both of the exercises. And then the second one is the bird dog. So the bird dog I really like because it gets you to understand where your hips should be in space and how to get them in a neutral position when you're doing the single leg deadlift. So setting yourself up in a tabletop position, then you're going to extend one leg, and a lot of the times you'll feel that your hips are neutral now, but you want to make sure that you can see where your hips are in a mirror or with your phone and make sure that they're in alignment. Then you can go opposite hand, bring your elbow to knee, knee to elbow, and extend out again. I also like to tell people to think about leading with their heel to the wall behind them, and that really gets that left leg or the extended leg straight. So they're the two exercises you're going to practice. You want to be doing bodyweight hinges and bird dogs, and then you'll find that you'll you'll understand the single leg deadlift a lot more. So now I feel that, I'm hinging like so, and then I'm going to go to my single leg hinge, which is my single leg deadlift, and then I understand where my hips should be in space a lot more as well. And then I can have my hands close to my legs if I'm using weights, or another option if you're not using weights at all would be your arms overhead, like so. So that's a single leg deadlift. As you can just see from that example, it is hard to balance it at times, but if you use the bodyweight hinge and the bird dog, you're going to find it a lot easier. So if you like that video, you can hit like, and if you have any questions, pop them in the comments below, and if you think someone else will benefit from this video, you can share with them as well. Thanks for watching.